Hello, welcome to another video. This is going to be a very quick video because I'm just trying out some settings really. But this game is called Hard Hat Mack. It was released on the Amstrad CPC in 1985. Original date was 1983, as you can see there. A game by Michael Abbot and Matthew Alexander. And the Amstrad conversion was by D.E. Burns. So there's our cassette, Hard Hat Mack, from Electronic Arts. Published by Ariolasoft in the UK. And there's the cast. We are Mac, and we're going to be trying to avoid Vandals and OSHA. Now, OSHA, I think, is, just from doing a little bit of research, I think because this game was mainly based in America originally, I think OSHA is something like the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or something like that, which was set up circa 1970-ish, I hope. Someone might correct me on that. So I assume that, well, Vandals are self-explanatory, they're going to be awkward, but I think OSHA is probably a way of saying that Hard Hat Mack, our main character in this game, has to contend with pen pushers and bureaucrats. So it reminds me a little bit of what someone I knew once said. They said something along the lines of their superiors would tell them what they wanted him to do, and then when they'd gone, he'd actually go off and do what needed to be done instead. So I suppose it's a little bit like saying OSHA is the sort of bureaucratic enemy to the construction worker in this game. Indeed, it says on the back of the insert here, on the back of the sleeve, it says OSHA, crew-cut clipboard and absolutely no sense of humour, living proof of the banality of evil, the government sends a generous supply of these guys to sight you into oblivion. So, a very stinging sort of assessment there of OSHA, by the sound of it. So anyway, we move on to level 1. There's only 3 levels in this game. So in this first level you have to finish this sort of steelwork frame. So you've got to get those girders and fill the holes in to the framing, and then grab that, you see that sort of blue and white striped spinning top almost, we just got it now. That's the rivet gun, so you go over the girders that you've put in, so that secures them in place, and when the last one is secured, you've completed the level. And you gain any bonus points that are left over. That bonus is also a timer. You must complete the level before that runs out, or you'll lose a life. So level 2 now, we've got to collect the toolboxes. Those are those, well, you see them there, sort of white and red boxes all around the screen. And when I was young I used to think they looked more like lunch boxes, but there we are. Once we've got all of those, we then need to get on that sort of girder elevator and jump up to the top right of the screen, because you see that little sort of bell-shaped thing there at the top of the screen that's just hanging down from the score. That's a magnet that will be activated when we've got all the toolboxes. A sort of electromagnet or something like that. And we've got to time our jump then so that we're sort of sucked up by that magnet, and that will then drop us onto the top platform. And we're running out of time. 600 in the bonus, 500, 400, we'll have to go for it. Yep, just. And level 3 then. So now we've got to get all those steel blocks that you see there. We're picking up one now. And we've got to drop them through the holes in those girders there into one of those 2 machines there where it's flashing the word in. There's also those springboards at the bottom that we can just sort of jump onto, those red springboards. That'll help us move around the screen more quickly. Just got to be a little bit careful when we get to the conveyor belt in the top left of the corner, in the top left corner of the screen rather, because there's some exposed wiring there that we can't get too close to or we'll lose a life. We'll have to get through the sort of the pounder and then go up the ladder before we hit the live wire. So here we go. Yep. Just. And again, not much time on these levels. There we are, we've done it, all 3 levels. We'll go back to level 1 now, and you can see an extra Vandal this time. So it's a little bit harder. That is an elevator on the left-hand side of the screen, it's just we haven't used it at all, so... You can send that up and down as well by ringing the bell in the top left of the screen that you see hanging down. Anyway, I've completed 3 levels, that's the game. It says in the instructions, avoid all these dangers on level 3 and you'll gain enlightenment and the opportunity to be a construction kingpin in the great metropolis of the future. Isn't that nice? Yeah, we'll just finish that off. There are some humorous ways to die in this, I think. We'll try the top right of the screen. Now, let's see what happens. There's sort of like a bit of flame here. Incineration. So that's Hard Hat Mack, published by Ariolasoft in the UK, all the way back in 1985. And there is something a little bit odd about level 1, because it is possible to accidentally pick up the rivet gun before all the girders are in place. If you are holding the rivet gun, you can't pick up any more girders. So in other words, if you get that gun too soon, you can't complete the level because you can't get any more girders in place. It says in the instruction sleeve that as part of the controls, it says to drop the rivet gun, press Z. Sorry, it says to drop the rivet gun, press Z. But I've tried that. I've tried every key there is and it just doesn't work. So I think on level 1 you've just got to be careful, because if you get the rivet gun too soon then you are stuffed. Well, while we're up here, let's ring the bell. Get points for ringing that bell as well. I think it says 10 points it says in the instructions. So that's it. End of the video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye for now.